Hello, everybody. It's your girl Beauty and Amira, and I'm back with another story time. And in this story time, I'm going to be talking about the time where I almost drowned at Lake Lanier. Now, mind you, I almost drowned at Lake Lanier twice. So I'll give y'all the next video another time. But we're going to talk about the time in this one when I almost drowned when I was on the jet ski. So, long story short, it was a couple years ago, and me and my family, me and my ex, everybody who was out there, everybody's from New Jersey. And this was years ago. This probably was back in 2014, 2015. That's how long ago this was. So, like I said, everybody's from New Jersey. So, nobody really knew about um the Lake Lanier being flooded and all the backstory. At that time, we were just like, we had family in town. Me and my ex, we had family in town. They wanted to go swimming. They wanted to get on some jet skis. We like, all right, we know this place. Boom, we gonna set it up and we out. So we went up there to I believe it's called Port Royale, and I think Port Royale was like in the like Dawsonville area. So we all get up, it's a bunch of us, we got the kids with us, everything. So we get out there, they renting the jet skis, all the guys is taking the test or whatever. So my ex was like, well, take the test. And I'm like, okay, but I really don't want a jet ski because, mind you, little backstory about me, even though I grew up in Atlantic City, even though I grew up off the water, literally grew up literally up the street from the beach, even though my grandpa had a pool. So I was surrounded by water, but I never was a fan of water, especially large bodies of water. That's just like not my thing. So when he told me to take the test so I can get a jet ski, I'm like, I don't want a jet ski. I don't want. So he was like, just take the test, whatever. So took the test thinking that, I'm just taking it, no big deal. But when we got out there to go get on the jet skis, to my surprise, I had my own. So I'm just like, what I'm gonna do with this. So he like, just get on, we gonna have fun, we gonna have a ball today. Um, you got this. So I'm just like, I prefer to get on the jet ski with him. But anyway, long story short, I took the test, whatever, we all got on our jet skis, and as revving it up. No, mind you, let me back up some. Before we all got on the jet skis, we all put on our life jackets. Everybody had on a life jacket. And sorry, I look so tired because I'm literally about to go to bed. But anyway, so everybody had on a life jacket. So boom, everybody get on a jet ski, and the way you go out is like the part by the dock where there's like no waves, no turbulence, no nothing. Is smooth out until you get into a certain part of the water, and then you can just do your thing. So in that part, it was like calm and everything. The jet ski is wading in the waters, rocking, but the whole time I'm trembling. My hands is trembling, my body is trembling, and I told him, when it got to the part for us to go out, and the water started getting shaky. I told my ex, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I was scared, I was terrified. So he was like, okay. So he took me back to the dock. I followed him on my jet ski back to the dock where the waters was calm. I got off. Now the reservation, I want to say, was for about 2 hours. I got off. I stayed on the dock. And if you ever been to Port Royale, on the dock, it's real cute. It's a vibe. It's like a little tiki area. You can go get drinks. You can get you some food. It's cool. That was my vibe. My vibe is land. I was okay. So they was out there in the water. Like I said, I'm on the dock. I'm chilling. I'm safe. So I'm enjoying myself. I'm not tripping. So as the reservation wound down, I want to say probably got to its last 30 minutes. Like I said, I'm on the dock. When I got on the dock, I took my life jacket off. I'm on land. I'm not expecting to get back in the water. So next thing you know, probably about the last 30 minutes, he come pulling up to me on his jet ski like, we out here having fun. You want to try it? We don't have that much time. You should just experience it. Just come on. And that being I don't even know if he was my husband at the time, but that being somebody I trusted, and I'm just like, okay, I want to experience this with him. He want to experience this with me. So we're not going to be out there that long. Cool. He pulls up with the jet ski. I hops on. So y'all follow me. Just follow me. I'm on the dock. I'm chilling. I had no intentions on getting in the water. When he pull up, I'm not even thinking. I just hop on. Boom. Now we out, we past the calm waters. Now we out into the open. Mind you, in the open, there's jet skis, there's speed boats, there's regular boats, there's all type of motorcraft out here. So the water's crazy. Next thing you know, we out there. And he like, I was doing this, showing me, trying to show me all the tricks he was doing. I was in the water doing this. I was in the water doing that. And I'm like, okay, because now the jet skis is toddling, and I'm already scared. I'm like, okay. His cousin rides up to us. His cousin like, yo, to him, his cousin like, yo, cuz, you don't notice that your cuz she don't got no life jacket on. So I'm like, oh shoot. Like I said, when I got on the dock, I took it off because I didn't have no intentions on getting back in the water. Now at this time, I'm like, oh shoot. So his cousin, like, at this point the dock wasn't that far from where we was at. So his cousin like, all right, cool, just stay right here, I'm gonna go get it for her. And then he's like, my ex is like, okay. But instead of sitting there and just waiting, because we was already rocky, the jet ski was already wading all over because of all the commotion that already was going on in the water. So I'm just like, okay, well, just we just gonna sit and wait to cuz bring the life jacket back. But instead of him just sitting down, chilling, like I said, he like, yeah, this is what I was doing. So he's standing up. I'm sitting down and I'm holding on to his waist and he's standing up. And he's doing all this. And I'm just like, sit down, because I'm scared. I'm like, sit down. He said, they can't. He said, this not going to tip. It's not going to tip. And before he got the third tip out, when he was saying it's not going to tip, how about before he even got that out, next thing you know, the jet ski capsized. And at this point, we're in the water. So it did tip. With all the turbulence in the water, all that's going on, and with both of us on the boat, I mean, both of us on the jet ski, I'm assuming the way he was rocking, and I'm grabbing him. Like I said, I'm telling the story calm now, but at the time it was very frantic. I'm holding on to his waist, and we like this because we're in the water, and I'm like, just be still, sit down. He didn't want to sit down, standing up. Too much weight probably went to one side of the jet ski. Boom, we in the water at Lake Lanier. Mind you, he got a life jacket on. I don't. I'm in that water and I'm panicking and I don't know what to do. So, like I said, the jet ski turned over and it started floating away. At that point, he's holding me up because he have on a life jacket. I don't. I'm panicking. I'm splashing. You know how people do when they about to drown or feel like they about to drown. They panic and I'm splashing and I'm using up a lot of energy. And from what he said, because everything was like a blur to me. From what he said I was pulling him down, like with all the splashing and commotion I was doing, I was pushing him down. So he said he looked up and seen the jet ski floating away. Mind you, we took the test, so you should know what to do when the jet ski tip over and everything, when the key release and all that stuff. So he said to me, he said, I have to get the jet ski. He said the only way I can save you is that I have to get the jet ski. So I'm just like panicking because for him to get the jet ski, he had to leave me. So what he did was, and I'm just like, no, no. He's like, I gotta get the jet ski. So he basically pushed me off and like basically threw me into the water. Now at this time, I'm no life jacket, I'm no nothing. I'm panicking. I'm panicking, and I see him. I watch him swim away, and this felt like a lifetime, y'all. Like I said, I'm telling this story very mild right now because it's been some time since it happened and I'm just recapping. But just imagine you in the ocean, you really can't, or in a lake, wherever. It's turbulence all around you. The water is all over the place because you see nothing but speedboats, jet skis, and you don't have a life jacket on. You're in the middle of a scary place. The person who is your comfort is literally swimming away. Mm. So let me get back to the story. So he's swimming away. So at this point, I'm just drowning. Let's just keep it real. I'm all over the place. I'm drowning and I'm exhausting so much energy. I really don't even have no more energy to stay up. So next thing you know, it was like, but and I'm like, help. That's another thing. Help, help, help. He's swimming away. His boat's all around me. I'm like, help. Next thing you know, it was like a boat with some people on it. It was some white people on it. And they're like, all I heard them say, Do she need help? Do she need help? And then from a distance, I seen his cousin coming. And his cousin came to where he was in the water, where he was trying to turn over the jet ski. So they're like, do she need help? At this point, his cousin got the life jacket. They're like, do she need help? He's like, and this one I thought I was done, y'all. This one I thought it was over. He tells them, no, she good. We got her. And I'm thinking, I'm not good. I'm literally dying. Let these people come help me. Nevertheless, they kept going on their boat. At this point, in my mind, I'm done. I'm sinking and I'm looking up at the sky and I'm telling God, because I see the sun. It was a beautiful, bright, sunny day. I see the sun. I'm telling God, I said, God, not here. Not like this. Don't let me die like this. I don't want to die in the ocean. I said, God, don't let me die like this. Please, Lord, don't let me die like this. And when I said that, it was like a calm had came because I was sinking. Now, at this point, I honestly, I made my prayer to God. I did not want to die like that. But I made amends with if I just felt like it was over. It was over because I was sinking. I was going down. It was calm at that point. Honestly, I couldn't even hear anything anymore. Everything was like drowned out to almost like literally like nothingness. So I'm going down, and as I'm in the water, it felt like where I started off at, it was like warm. I'm splashing. The water's warm. Next thing you know, I just felt like a ice coldness, ice cold. And I'm just like I said, I just thought it was over. So it felt cold, and I just felt like this. Only way I can really describe it is like a like a toilet is flushing, that spinning type of vibration. And I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna be on the news. I'm gonna be dying at Lake Lanier. So as I'm going down, and like I said, net present day, you hear a lot of stories. Now I'm knowledgeable about what happened, to the city and our people and all of that. So as I'm going down, I just felt this calmness because you can't really see under the water because it was like murky. It was very murky, very dark, but I just felt like this calmness. Like I told you, it went from cold, it went from warm, kind of okay, to like ice cold, and to feeling like the toilet effect. And as I'm going down, it's like I could feel, mind you, people who know me know this about me. I'm an energy person. I'm a big energy person. I can feel things. I'm, connected to things. Yes, I believe in God. Yes, I believe in, the Holy Spirit. I believe all the fruits of the Spirit. So when I say this, I don't want y'all to think like I'm just saying I'm spiritual and I'm connected to the, no, I'm very much connected to the divine. And as I was going down, it's like it got warm again. And I just felt this presence. And I just felt like it was like people around me, but they wasn't scary. It wasn't like a scary feeling, and it wasn't like a scary energy. And like I told y'all before, I was panicking and everything like that. But hold on one second. I gotta pause my video.